Hey Taurus, welcome to your yearly 2021 Sidereal Astrology forecast. All right, so a lot going on this year. We're going to break it down in terms of the most important months and what's shifting and which areas of your life will likely be emphasized and how to work with those. Now, again, we are using true Sidereal Astrology, so the signs are different from mainstream astrology, and you want to make sure you are watching this for your true Sidereal sign. If you don't know what those are, there's links down below. There's sun sign dates if you want to watch this for your sun sign. There's also a chart calculator for watching this for your moon or ascendant if you want to figure out what your sidereal moon and ascendant are. And I do recommend watching all three because it usually does give a bit more of a personalized kind of reading because these are very general and collective for all Tauruses, for example. And so all three can give you a more well-rounded picture. All right, so let's take a look at this year. Before the year starts, coming into 2021, we have Jupiter and Saturn next to each other, leaving your 8th house, going into your 9th house of travel for some of you. Our beliefs, so philosophy, higher knowledge, higher wisdom, university, right? So higher knowledge in life. And I think it's going to be a very constructive year for this stuff. Some of you quite adventurous, quite free-spirited, expanding your literal horizons, others more mentally. Philosophy, higher knowledge, higher learning, things of this nature. Maybe some of you getting into broadcasting, publishing as well throughout the year. So Jupiter deals with expansion, Saturn deals with contraction, both of them together, very powerful for manifestation in that sector. Now, January 10th, Mars leaves Pisces, goes into your 12th house. So I think this first month and a half from January 10th onward, really good to see how you can maybe set some intentions with finding peace in life, things that are going to lead to more soul satisfaction, spiritual well-being. I think that's a big emphasis of the year anyways because Uranus is here. For example, when we get to January 17th, Jupiter is going to square up to Uranus, and this is really the emblem of the year, let's say, because Saturn's going to square up to Uranus February 17th, all the way through December 24th. And so it's involving two very different areas, right? Squares are a bit challenging because they're two very different areas that are difficult to integrate, but we certainly can. And I think it's going to be a great year to set this intention to integrate both that expansion of your mental and literal horizons, which is really being built, but also finding peace. Because I think these past couple years, Uranus has been helping you experiment maybe with different ways of finding peace, to do things that are more important to you on a spiritual and soul level, to turn inward a little bit, and again, experiment with all this. So the challenge of the year, and a good way to challenge yourself, is to expand your horizons, but yet find that peace, right? And for those of you expanding into philosophies or outlooks on life, to maybe incorporate that with your spirituality. Maybe spiritual philosophies, turning inward, listening to your intuition, right? Combining the water and the fire, the beliefs and the soul, the spirit and the soul, the spiritual, in both contexts. So really good to see how to do that. I think there's going to be lots of support to help you do that. January 17th, some things kind of come to your awareness to help you do that as well. Now, I do want to mention around the January 13th time period, we are going to have a new moon conjunct Pluto, and this is a reminder that 2020, I think a lot got established in regards to probably your inner work, maybe healing, maybe trauma work, deep diving, and possibly intimacy in relationships, getting vulnerable and kind of establishing your deeper relationships. So that is in a sense finalizing this year, but with Pluto still here, there's still a lot transforming in regards to inner work. And I think this kind of January 13th into February time period is still good for maybe finalizing or taking some new steps in the right direction regarding inner transformation, inner work, healing, all this kind of stuff. And if there's been anything from last year, for those of you dealing with more of the financial side of the 8th house, that's maybe been dealing with resources, particularly resources that deal with where other people have some sort of hand in the resources in some way, whether it's loans, debts, or government related stuff or something like this. If there's been things that you've established there or finalized, this can be a nice step in the right direction as well, January 13th onward to do that. All right, and then when things really start to, I think, develop with the expansion of your horizons, will be January 21st through February 14th when the sun's in there. But do be flexible during this time, especially between January 29th and February 21st, because Mercury will be retrograde. So it's a good time of kind of re-examining your beliefs and outlooks on life, your philosophies. If for those of you dealing with publishing, or higher knowledge, kind of going back and re-editing, rethinking, redoing this stuff. And for those of you involving the travel or adventurousness, kind of rethinking plans, be adaptive. Things are changing, information's changing. This kind of mainly February time period. But it is, again, really getting established and helping carry you forward for the rest of the year at that time. February 17th, as we said, is the Saturn square Uranus, integrating the spirit and the soul, the expansion and the spiritual, and this will be a nice step to help you do that. Now, late February and into March, we have some shifts. Neptune, the planet of spirituality, is going into your 11th house, which deals with your future visions and also collective matters. So Neptune can carry with it a bit of uncertainty if we're trying to figure out these areas, but it also gives us a lot of sort of hopefulness or a dream about it. So if you start to feel some dreams going into March about your future aspirations that you want to pursue, it's great to pursue those. Great time of listening to your intuition, surrendering what's outside of your control and seeing how everything ebbs and flows when it comes to the development of your future. But this can also be in regards to collective matters. Some of you might start to get a dream or ideal about community or collective or friend stuff. So again, it's nebulous when we try to figure it out, but it's good to be receptive and flow with that area. And the most, I think, noticeable thing about this will be that, these past 10 years, you've had Neptune in your career sector. And for some of you, once Neptune leaves, it's like you kind of see the fog lifts and everything sort of ended up working out in an almost serendipitous way in regards to your careers and your accomplishment, your career and accomplishments in life. And that's great. And for some of you, it's like a dream come true kind of a thing. But, most importantly is that the fog lifts, and I think there's just going to be a little bit more clarity in regards to your career, in regards to accomplishment, moving forward now that Neptune's officially left that career and productive area. All right, and this really gets activated March 13th during the new moon there in regards to the future aspirations and in regards to collective matters for those of you starting to pursue those spiritual ideals there. April 18th, Jupiter goes into your career sector and accomplishment sector, really to expand it all the way until August 29th. So not only is Neptune leaving, lifting the fog there with that stuff, Jupiter is going to help you expand the area. So it's great to see your career from different perspectives, your accomplishment from different perspectives. There could certainly be opportunities throughout the year, especially between April 18th and August 29th, to help you accomplish, help you do those things you want to achieve, whether it's your career, productive life, whatever it might be there. All right, and then April 21st through May 11th, we do have an activation with that Uranus. So it'll be a good time of, again, turning inward for the spiritual side of this whole integration. Experiments with spirituality, different ways of finding peace, maybe your psychology. What's going to lead to more peace in your life that you can try new things with and experiment, I think will be great late April into May. Then May 26th and June 10th, we have the eclipses, and this is all going to be helping you find more balance really for the whole year, but especially this June and May time. Find this balance between your relationship life and your independence. I think it's a great year for this. There might be some almost karmic kind of energy, past life kind of energy unfolding in regards to relationships at this time, and what's going to help balance that out is doing things independently. Right, and focusing more on your needs and your assertion, your goals, and how to merge the two, though. We do need both, right? Our relationship life and our independent life. How to focus on others' needs and our own needs, right? So uniting those two, and I think June 10th and May 30th will be a nice step in the right direction to help you do that. June 14th is the next Saturn square Uranus, which usually in the second contact, things make a little bit more sense in regards to what you're integrating regarding the spirit and the soul, regarding expansion and spirituality, right? And how to unite those. So again, nice step in the right direction there. August 29th, we said Jupiter will be, up until then, will be in that career sector, but then he's going to come back in between August 29th to December 7th into the expansion sector. So that could be maybe particularly the adventurous time, maybe the time of really expanding your horizons, and maybe again of gaining new beliefs and perspectives, higher wisdom, higher knowledge, maybe also publishing, broadcasting for some of you with that expanding of your mental and literal horizons. November 17th to December 4th, we have the next set of eclipses, again, helping you find that balance between others and self, relationships and independence. And then December 7th, Jupiter comes back into the career and accomplishment sector, taking you into 2022 to help you expand your achievements and accomplishments. I do want to say that December 19th, Venus will be retrograde in your 8th house. So that'll be a good time of kind of re-examining your deeper values and maybe some of the work that you've been doing from 2020, particularly in regards to healing and depth and trust in relationships, deeper energy, both personally and interpersonally. So do be flexible there as your deeper values will be changing going into the new year of 2022. And then December 24th is the final contact of Saturn square Uranus, which even though I do see you still maybe working on expanding your horizons and sharing your wisdom maybe with others or publishing or learning higher wisdom, higher knowledge. In a sense, it's really the culmination of this integration of how to find more peace with it, how to find that peace into your free-spirited life and maybe that spiritual philosophy or that outlook on life that is more spiritually meaningful to you, or gives you more peace in life, which is really what I think the emblem of the year is all about. All right, so Taurus, I wish you an awesome 2021. Thank you so much for watching. So this video does come with a 20% discount on personal readings. So if you would like a personal reading looking at your unique chart, of course, these collective readings are very general. So for the most specific and accurate, of course, we do need a personal reading. So if you're interested in that, there's a link down below for 20% off. But again, thank you so much for watching and all of your support. And hope you have an awesome year. And I'll see you next time for the next astrology forecast. Take care.